Hello, I'm Miss Moore, and I'm your professor throughout this course. And today I wanted to show you a little bit about your autobiography that you're going to have to put together. And I wanted to just explain that to you so that you have that ability to see all the things that are going to be expected of you. And so this is what your screen is going to look like whenever you go in. So if you go into the README first, everything on this assignment is going to be in the syllabus. So if you click on the syllabus right here, let me go in here. So everything inside the syllabus, all of your assignments, you have 4 core assessments that you're going to have to do during this summer course. Yes, 4. I know it's a lot, but we're going to get through it together. So your first core assessment, if you scroll down in here, your first core assessment is let me go here, is creating a cultural autobiography. And so if this explains everything to you inside your syllabus right here, and I've put all the different points that you're going to have to address in here, and I've linked some examples. But one thing that I've also done for you is I've made an instruction sheet. So if you just click on that, it's going to open up an instruction sheet for you and tell you what you need to know in that as well. And so I'm going to go through that a little bit with you so that I can explain that to you. So this just kind of explains what you're going to do inside this autobiography is you are going to show the relation between dominant and a dominant group that you're in and subgroups that you're in. And so you're going to, this whole class is a research class. And so you're going to spend time first of all, looking at your cultural autobiography. And I've given you a choice here on the format of how you want to give me your autobiography. So you can do it APA format. You can do it through a Google slide if you want, a Prezi, a video, however you're wanting to do it. I'm allowing you to do that. So it's not just because you're going to write a lot throughout this class. And so I don't want you to have to write several papers if you don't have to. But I'm great with it if that is your choice of medium that you want to do. So I want to show you, this right here is a presentation that kind of is a Google Slides that I put together that will walk you through some more instructions. So if you want, you can just click that. It's going to go to it. I've put some examples in here. So let me show you. In your autobiography, you have to address every one of these things, every one of these items. So you have class, race, all of these. You will just absolutely go through every one of these. Every one of these have to be addressed in this autobiography. And so let me show you some examples. So I've also put examples in here like of a video examples. So you could go in if you want to make a video and see how those are. I'm going to show you 2 writing examples. So if you click on those, it's going to open up a writing page. So what you'll do is click, like this is just an attached page of the 9 microcultures that you have to put in there that have to be in your autobiography. And this right here are examples. So if you click this one right here, this is a really good, I know it's tiny, sorry. It's a really good example. She does a great job of going through here, talking about her gender. She goes through, she is in a dominant, she talks about being in the Christian religion. And so that would be a dominant subgroup that she is in, a dominant group. And so that shows, she's talking about that. She goes down here and she talks about being English language, an English speaker. So if you look right here, she talks about being, that's also another dominant subgroup. Okay, so she's very reflective all the way through here. And that is something that you want to do is be reflective in your writing. You want to notice that it's APA format. It looks great. It's written very well. And that is the kind of professionalism that you want to have inside of writing this assignment. So if you do decide to write, then that is something that that's a great example. The other example that we have in here, let me go, see if this will just go back. The other example in here, let me show it to you. This one, you can see the difference. This one is just lined out, it's labeled, and that's it. This is not reflective. And so it's okay to label things out, but you want a reflective writing that you have put some thought into. And that is what I'm expecting to see as your professor. That's what I expect to be in your autobiography. Whenever we talk about, when I talked about she was in a dominant subgroup, we've gone in here and we've put in asterisks so it'll show you like a dominant group. So like race would be a non-dominant, but then white inside here would be a dominant subgroup. Okay, so we've put the different asterisks by it so that you'll know. Gender, male would be a dominant subgroup that you would be in. So those are the reflective points that you would go in and that you would look at. Please know that if you have questions, you are more than welcome to email me. All of my information is inside of the syllabus. Okay, so if you go back up here, all of my contact information is in here. And so you feel free to email me any questions that you might have over this assignment. And just know that there's lots of examples in there and lots of instruction. And I want you to feel okay with making it in the format and that you want to present, but make sure that it's reflective, that you've not just said, this is my gender and this is what it is. I need to know, is it dominant? Have you looked at the different subgroups that are in there that you're a part of inside of your autobiography? So if you, have any questions, call me or email me. And, if don't be nervous, just go and get this done. I want you to know week 1 is packed full and we start to lighten up through the rest of the week. So don't freak out, but you definitely want to meet deadlines and you want to look at what is expected of you. Thanks.